Okay, welcome to another shop talk. There's been a bit of a break in the shop talk. I'm sure you can hear I've got a bit of a throat. It's actually been quite bad. Been away for a week for my 50th. I turned 50, I went to Isla. Well, not a week, I went for a few days. I could see a nice table here. Imagine getting that out. Like a monster, isn't it? Probably pine, but still very nice. A little pine tree going up the top there. Caught this sort of coldy thing. It's not the virus, I don't think, from China, but anyway, I'm getting over it now, but it's been really tough and I've not been able to have any time off, so I've been working like mad. I'm not expecting any sympathy, just telling you guys why there's been no videos. It's kind of occurred to me as well, just how much time the shop talks take. I love doing them, but they are really taking a lot of time. So something had to give, and the shop talks have been the first casualty of being really ill. Anyway, I'm on the mend now, which is good, but it was a bit of an eye-opener, how much time I was spending on, especially on the shop talks and that, keeping making the videos. So the first thing to go was the shop talks. I've still filmed most of the work that I've done. It's just going to need to be edited during these few weeks. So let's look at a few things. So I was going to talk today about a couple of things coming up. One is the kiln build and plans. I've nearly finished the plans while I've been ill, sitting in front of the fire, whatever. So that's cool. I'm going to be testing those plans out. I've done a little poll on my Patreon page to see who uses SketchUp. I've got a few mega users, which is cool, much more than me. I'm not that great on it, but they're going to be testing these plans, having a little look at them, feeding back to me. Then they're going to be available for a small fee on Etsy, or if you're a certain tier of Patreon, the new Patreon tiers are going to include one plan a month, which in the beginning is going to take a little while for you to get all the plans I've got or cut lists, but eventually one a month's pretty good. I probably won't even generate one a month every month. Let's see, but that will be included in one of the tiers, which is cool. Okay, now on to the more exciting part for me anyway, is the shop tours, visiting the shop. Now, this is going to mean a lot of different things. So you could come on a shop tour just because you want to have a look around the shop, you want to meet me. I don't know why you'd want to, but maybe you do. You want to come to the shop, look at all the kit, have a little go on, maybe have a little go on the safe and what items. Maybe you're interested in a domino or a sand or whatever. At least you can come here and in one hit, on a Saturday afternoon or whatever it's going to be, you can go around all these tools together, have a little play on them, get some wood out, see how they work. It's kind of going to be hopefully as hands-on as possible. I've got to check insurance, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Hands-on as possible, just looking at the kit, looking at the way I work in the shop. Could be someone wants to buy a saw, I don't know. Then maybe they want to buy something that they see in my video, felder, planer. At least you can come, have a look, have a little play on it, or set up the guides on the bandsaw ceramic guides. A lot of people ask about that. You can come and do that. So whatever you like, you can do that on the shop tour. That'll be some sort of fun thing in the summer. And then even more exciting sort of thing really is something I'm not, I don't know exactly how now it's going to work, but is to make a small piece of resin, like a wall art, you could call it, or a chopping board, or even you can make a tabletop, make some legs, or do what everyone else does with resin tables and buy some cheap legs off Etsy. Take it home and make a table. What we're going to do, we've not completely worked this out yet. I'm still trying to work out the best way to do it. See how many people are interested. See what to charge on the tiers, etc. I'm still finding my way. But what we're going to try and do is that you come here, you can select a piece of wood, make a mold, cut the wood, plane the wood, saw the wood, do everything to it, mix the resin, add the pigment, as you've seen me do, pour the resin. It's going to take about 7 to 8 days to cure. minimum before we can machine it and finish it, which is the bit of a sort of trick and a bit of a problem. So a couple of ways around that, depending on how the tier system works and how the subscription works, you can come back at some time and finish it with me, with my supervision. I can post you it unfinished once it's cured, and you can finish it in your own shop, or it doesn't have to be after 7 days. It could come back a year later, 6 months later if you're from abroad or you're from afar. You know, we can work that out, I'm sure. The other thing is, a lot of people ask me about how you finish the resin. That's a big question. So the other option could be that you select the color, I actually make the mold, pour the resin for you, do a video, show you me doing your actual piece on Patreon, send it to you, and then when you arrive, you break out the mold and we do the second stage, which is the finishing and the polishing, which is arguably the more technical, harder stage. And you get used to all my machines, all my oils and everything. You can just see the different way of working. So it's just something new. Now, I'm not 100% sure how it works. We're going to try and address this within the tiers on Patreon. We are new to this, so bear with us. And last of all, the holiday let. So there is a holiday let here. It's just one room. I guess it's going to be in high demand. But maybe you're traveling a long way and that's what you need. So we can work it out anyway. You can get in touch. Maybe there'll be a tier which books that room. I don't know. We can work this out, but it's all new. I want to see how interested everyone is. I'm quite excited about meeting you all, showing you around the shop. There's so many interested people on the shop talks and that. It might be nice to actually come and see it for yourself. So I'm quite excited about that. I'm not really set up to do a school, but I can do more than one person doing this. Quite a few people at once. As I said, there'll be a priority for the Airbnb just because it's just one room. So that'll be cool. You get a shop tour, and then we can go down to Ludlow, have a little walk round. It's a lovely walk there. Go into a couple of pubs, have some local beer, some amazing HPA beer here, which I'm really into, my ales. So we can do that. So I'm really excited about that. That should come online in the summer when it's a bit warmer. We can have the doors open. So if you jump into the Patreon now, get yourself going. We're working on the tiers right now. Get in there. And build up those monthly subscriptions to enter into the shop tour. It's going to be like probably it'll be a tier for a minimum amount of months that gets you into coming on the actual shop tour. So hopefully that's going to be really cool for everyone. I'm going to be excited about meeting you anyways. Okay, the next thing is the kiln. So the kiln is up and running now. I think that I've got my first couple of batches of wood out. I've had a bit of case hardening on one of the runs, a bit too dry, too quick, but it all recovers anyway if you just leave it out for 6 months. But I think I've got it under control now. So I finally got the plans done. Since I've not been that well, I've not been in the shop every single day. I've been catching up with paperwork and stuff, done more on the plans. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this kiln plan with a video where I started. Now I've moved on with the electrics, the drying. I've got software and everything on my kiln. But first of all, I'm going to just release the build of the video, of the kiln, with the plans, the SketchUp plans. So don't worry if you don't have SketchUp. I'm going to do PDF snapshots. I'll include the SketchUp file and the PDFs and the cut list, and you can watch the video to make your kiln. The next step of the kiln is going to be me experimenting with the drying and what I've ended up using as my main dehumidifier. Really, really cool. I've not seen any other one on YouTube, any other woodworks use this thing. So that will be the next stage, showing you the electrics. The stage after that, I'm going to do on and off, coming up over the next 6 to 7 months. I'm going to do how I use that exact kiln, the types of wood I'm using, and I'm going to report back to you on the, how long I'm spending with the thicknesses, showing you the software that I'm using. So it should be really interactive. I'm kind of learning with you, but hopefully it's going to be me case hardening and damaging wood so that you guys don't have to. Now, most of that, the real in-depth stuff is going to be on my Patreon page. So if you want to learn all about the kiln and follow my journey, kind of my diaries about using that kiln, it's all going to be on the Patreon page. So that's another reason to join that if that's what you're into. But again, I'm not leaving the YouTube channel by any means, so don't worry about that. If you're worried about paying for Patreon, don't worry, it'll still be stuff on here as well. Okay, I heard that was interesting. Hope to see some of you over on the Patreon page, and even more, hope to see some of you down in the shop coming later on in the summer. Be really cool to hang out. Until the next one, I'll see you later, bye.